that he's alone.
Yes, sir.
He's alone in a dark situation.
Yes.
And he don't see no way out. But bless my bone, I heard on the radio somebody said when you're away from the noise, it's then you hear God's voice. Oh God. When you're away from the noise, it is then you can hear God's voice.
Right.
So sometimes God have to take you away from it and bring you to a quiet cave where it's dark and difficult so he can talk to you. Anybody here know he's talking to you? It's dark, and here David is, he realized he's alone. And in this aloneness, he's wondering, where is God?
Yes.
You ever had something that brought you so low? Till in your own heart you say, God can't be with me in this.
Yes, sir.
Where are you, God?
Yeah.
Anybody ever wondered where is God?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's how David is right now. And verse 1 through 3. When David realized he's alone, he says, I'm overwhelmed within. I need to stop and teach you, y'all. He's overwhelmed. I know I ain't going to get very many amen. But he's overwhelmed. Notice verse 3. He said, my spirit is overwhelmed within me. David is inside of himself. He said, I'm overwhelmed. Well, notice overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means to be covered over.
Yes.
And he's covered over with darkness. In other words, depression has set in. Oh, God. And in this kind of situation, normally, it'll get the best of a person. I'm in the dark. I'm alone. I don't see my way. Nobody cares for me. It's a formula for suicide. Oh, but David said, no. Don't kill yourself. God is dealing with you. And instead of killing himself, verse 1, the Bible says he cries to God in desperation. Listen to him. He said, I cried unto the Lord with my voice. If that wasn't enough, he said, I cried with my voice. Second time. See, the first cry with his voice, he said, I was angry. And I was irritated. Won't you get irritated?
Oh, yes.
In the darkness, look like there's no help, no hope. And he was angry with God. And he cried the second time, he said, with his voice. And this voice here, he says, my voice was cracking. God, you going to come and do something about it? Can't y'all see the ethos in this man? David is going through something. He's wrestling. I'm talking to somebody now wrestling with something. You came to church with all your clothes matching, and you were speaking, and you was talking, but underneath it all, you wrestling with something. And bless your bone, God has you right where he wants you. Oh, we're going to see here in just a minute. And then he says in verse 1, he said,